Hello there guys, welcome back to Karin's Orchids channel. And if you're new here, I would encourage you to subscribe to this channel. I post one long video a week and about 2 to 3 shorts videos. You can hear from my accent, I'm not from America, nor Australia, nor United Kingdom, etc, etc. I'm from Sweden, northern part of Europe, and I'm growing my orchids on the windowsill. I live in an apartment in the second largest city of Sweden, which is Gothenburg. So, on the windowsill, in growing cabinets, like this. And during summer period, which occurs from May to September, approximately, I grow a couple of orchids on the balcony as well. And here's my 14-year-old golden retriever Linus. And here's a little motorcycle. So here's a little repetition of what you saw last week. A few orchids which are having, some of them are having a hard time to fill up the sheath or something. This would be a Cattleya maxima, the standard form. Lowland, I think it is. Something else, Agapanthus maxillaria. Cymbidium, and so on and so forth. A couple of Coleogenes as well, growing up here, as they do enjoy lower temperatures, loads of humidity, and can stand, if we're getting a heavy amount of rain, they can stand it very well. That's why I picked out especially these types of plants for the balcony. And each summer I bring this Angrecum sesquipedale variation bosserii out here to the balcony, at least for 1 week, so it will induce the creation of buds and spikes, and it always works. Just need to be careful not to bring this one inside again, due to the fact that it doesn't like swift changes in conditions. So it will cause bud blast and spike blast in this case. So just bear that in mind. So it will need to bloom out here this season. Yeah. And this cabinet, the IKEA Millsbo, I dedicated to the little bit more hot growing orchids, such as the tolumnias. I have a whole bunch of tolumnia orchids, which are still trying to adjust and adapt, acclimatize, so to speak, to the new conditions. But I think it did the trick, so they're growing very nicely and very fast right now for the moment. So I'm just expecting a couple of more spikes. For the time being, it's only the Tolumnia gyrac Sahara, which is blooming. Oh, it's recently finished its blooming, but I think we're getting there. Health is number one. To get them to grow well, then they can start to think about growing some spikes, and they will come. They will come. Dimorphocus lobii. Dimorphoc means two, if I remember correctly. They can create two types and differently colored flowers on the very same regime. But this plant needs to become, at least this size, rather a little bit larger before it creates spikes. It's not the easiest one to bloom, I've heard, but I did see one in bloom when I was visiting the Danish nursery, Orchidingatneriet in Denmark, in Fredensborg. I saw one in bloom and get to see the two types and differently colored flowers on a very long spike. That plant was about this size, but a little bit more firm and chubby to the stem than this one is. But, well, we're getting there. So it's growing very well, with some extra humidity, I might add. And here's another African species, Jumelii sagittata. This one can grow very wide. provided that it gets enough watered, frequently enough, which I oftentimes seems to forget. But it's growing nicely now. Yes. Subenicophia robusta did bloom shortly after I got it, sitting bare-rooted in a vase. Yes. Angrecum leonis. It's growing wide. Got it in spike. Was fortunate enough to get a chance to enjoy its beautiful flowers. I did a short video and a video on it. So I already shared its flowers with you guys. Angrecum degeri. I haven't had this plant for very long, but it's growing well, and it wouldn't surprise me if it bloomed before long as well. Another funny looking Angrecum Disticium. Look at its funny shaped leaves. Looks just like a miniature Leonis in a way. Cut it off there. Now you can see the resemblance. Fleshy, fat, succulent looking leaves. Stores a lot of water. Here. Calia Doyana aurea from Les Orchidines de Vacheron in France. Look how well she's growing. And the hopeless Calia Doyana, regular form, no variety, from Orchids Deluxe, is miraculously enough recovering well. Now this plant's got roots, starting to get firm, and a little growth starting there. So yeah, she did make it. I was so happy when I received her in April this year. Yeah, and a couple of other stuff. Catasedums, just start to water them properly. Need the old pseudobulbs to plump up a little bit more now. You should be very, very careful not to water them too fast and too much. For starters. Yes. And this one. Arachnis, Maggie, or variegated look. If you have a considering buying this type, keep in mind that it grows fairly tall. Look, was 1/4 of its height when I got it a few years back. So yeah, I'm just gonna try to close this door. Some progress, some stuff going on, and yeah, I didn't expect this. It's a bulbophyllum flower, or shall we say spike. I wouldn't call it a flower yet, but it's well on its way. Yeah, it's called bulbophyllum longissimum due to its long petals. This one seems to be at least 2 times a year bloomer, winter and summer. So let us see what it will progress into. So let us see for how long this one will stay open, and if it's still open, fully open perhaps, when I get back again from my vacation. This one has now been out for a couple of days, 3 perhaps, and that means fully opened, as its petals are growing for each day. I think they reached a size of 15, yeah, maybe 20, just straightening these out. And they can reach maximum length of about 30. I've read somewhere. That's okay. But it took a long time to develop. So I didn't miss the chance to see its flowers. As I got home from my vacation, it wasn't fully developed yet. This beautiful flowers. 3 in numbers. Is relatively few, but I'm happy as last time it bloomed, it was in January. So it's only a couple of months ago. So it seems like it's been establishing well. But they are lovely. Very similar to Elizabeth Ann Buckleberry, and a bright shade of the Bulbophyllum rothschildianum, really. I like this type. It's lovely. And now this terrific Cattleya type orchid's out. Petaltonia, why not? Just as described, in a way. Looked a little bit more rounded on the pictures, but totally fine. Scentless. I didn't expect them to be scentless, but it made me a little bit happy. I must admit, everything's so scented. Yeah. Some stripes to the sepals. I didn't see them before. They've been out for a week, at least now. I keep forgetting. I thought I filmed them, this plant, but I didn't. So I just checked and whoa, I need to film her. So this is what she looks like. Not the tallest of, not the widest of flowers, but 5-6 centimeters across, with a stunning yellow center. I think she's incredible, with a beautiful long spike. So, something ready mix bark mix. I think I have 2 holy clay pots, and this is one of them. So I added some extra, a little bit of spag in there and stuff, so she could hold the moisture a bit better. And that did miracles to this plant. It actually caused her to bloom. So that was a good recipe to give her a bit more humidity around the roots. Yes. Let's see what else we can find here. And for this session, they didn't manage to open. But I don't think I can wait anymore. So here's soon to be open Podnora Afternoon Delight Radiant times Callia schilleriana. It's a free plant which I got in along with a Lucca Orchidine order from Germany some time ago. I don't know really when, maybe 1 year ago. But what I can see is that it shall come out with a purple-ish schilleriana lookalike-ish lip. Maybe really nice, these guys, but that will be another day. So, and here's another lucky purchase. BLC Yen Corona Green Genius. It's trying to do something, from maybe that one or so. In June, I was planning on bringing this orchid with me one more time, even this year, to the botanical gardens, but we never did go there. No, not at all. We didn't put up a stand this year, as it was continuously raining, yes, that day, so we cancelled. But I couldn't bring this orchid in bloom anyways, as it aborted its buds. So it rapidly produced another cane. So now, middle of July, 1 month later, it's blooming again very soon. Yeah, it will be the next section. Yeah. Okay. I brought this aquarium stand up from a basement. It was only taking up space there in my basement, so I needed space for something else. So I just thought, maybe I can use it for my Cattleyas, the little bit taller ones, or maybe something like that. But I ended up putting all of my Cattleyas grown in semi-hydroponics in there, so they will be flushed and watered at the same rate. You see, I can pour fresh and pure water directly onto the gravel here, and it will flush out the excess water down to this little bucket, shall we say. Doesn't matter if there's going to be a little bit of water down there, and then I can add water and nutrients, fertilizer afterwards. It will be easier maintenance. I don't really need to bring each and every one of the plants here into my kitchen area and flush them underneath the tap each week. Yeah, and up there, no lights unfortunately, but whilst sun's out, this huge Callie of mine, the largest one I got in my collection, is actually receiving good amount of light, natural lights. So she can stay there for a while. There's the Cavia Daniris La Tulier, finally creating a good sheath. But as it bloomed during Christmas last time, I'm not so sure that it will bloom anytime soon, so maybe she'll wait until Christmas, or she won't bloom at all, but she's in a good shape and condition. The largest plant I've got. Yeah. And this plant was in bloom 3 months ago. I brought it to the Orchid Society meeting, annual meeting, to show her beautiful flowers to the members. And they all loved the flowers. Cerulean, beautiful scented with a lovely lip. Yeah, see a picture here? But now she's in sheath with buds in it. Again. 4 months later, so that's real good progress after having produced empty blind sheath for years. So, and I didn't really change anything. It's still sitting in a semi-hydro, which people claim is the reason for it not filling up the sheath, but that's not correct, right? It's a lot of sheath. That one as well. Magic Treat, new trick. Will bloom. Callia. Look. Now filling up the sheath. And there's a second sheath somewhere behind there, which she's filling up as well. My lovely, very huge sized Callia LC Elegance, which I've been having since she was a seedling. Blooms reliably, twice a year. Some other stuff. A sheath to this Callia. Another sheath to that one first. Good sheath. So that's going on. Sorry for the bad lights, but I need film. Bialara Renaissance White. Coming out with a few spikes. The more lights I give her, the better the spikes. Melmetonia Sunset. Yeah, relatively poor spike this time around, but she blooms frequently. So, shan't complain. Phalaenopsis pinif, still out. Unscented Phalaenopsis. That is it's a good spike, I think. Here's a first time blooming Phalaenopsis. Purple Gem Mickey Leopard. Yeah, the website warned me of its tall spike, but I didn't believe it until I saw it. For real, look. It never ends, the spike, does it? It's a sword to purchase from October last year. So I had this plant for 9 months, and she was recently overbloomed when I got her. The spike was green and fresh. But, unfortunately, just overbloomed, yeah. Look at the details. And the spots. It's a gorgeous pattern. I can't feel any scent, but it's all right by me. It's totally fine. Look at it. It's a beautiful plant to have in a collection. If you get a chance to get her, do so. She is better in reality and on the pictures. If you're lucky enough to get an example as good as this one. Depends on if it was a good batch the nursery received or not. Now look. Fat, thick roots. Gorgeous plant. She really is. Well, moved things around. This little shelf from IKEA, krydda, which means spice. You see? Scroll lead stripes or whatever. You can cut them with the scissors to adjust the length. But no. No way. But here you can see a couple of bulbophyllum facadums. I split this one up into a couple of sections. So this is the mother plant. So I have a couple of sections which I can sell, as well as I did for, or with the aradum. 6. Yeah, there are 6 plants in here. Separate plants. And that one as well. And here we have couple of divisions, a little nobly, couple of epiphyllum anguligus, a little project, and 2 small tiny divisions from my Purpurata carnea. Cattleya, Trianae, Concula, Orion, a little division which fell off. Now finally starts to create green roots. Tips. So, just put them up to the lardery at a next society meeting, or sell them, or whatever. Yeah. And put a list up on Facebook or such, but yeah. I never seem to get around to do it. I don't know why. Yes. So, yeah, I'm reluctantly trying. At least I'm there in my mind, but not in reality. But look here. This is the most beautiful Cattleya I've ever seen in my whole entire life and career. Each year, I'm starting to think that I'm about to lose her, but she miraculously enough always recovers. This is a Cattleya with an extremely long name, so it's not a named hybrid, but it should be. It really should be. An oh so long blooming time. That flower, which is starting to grow down there. She's getting fat down to her sheath. That's great. And a couple of more sheaths, you can see. But well, other stuff. I'm so happy with my growing for the time being. And even here, there's something else. It's the Psychopsis mariposa, generation Trilabello, 3 lips. 3 labello, so means 3 lips. And yeah. I don't know if it's focusing, but you can see the bud there. And you can also see where I cracked and snapped the whole spike off of from there. But it branched from that place, and now 30 centimeters later, she will soon open. In a couple of weeks. She grows very, very slow. No, Vanda, Cerulean, and Spike. I'm looking forward to that one. It's been taking a very long time to bounce back after I put her into a bleach bath, as she had thrips, which were taking and eating all of the new buds here. So I had to do something about it, and I got the tip to put her into a bleach bath. And destroyed a couple of my Vandas, really. But now, finally, a relatively alright spike. So, yeah. Let's move over to my Phalaenopsis, and that will be it for this video. But I have a couple of novelty hybrids and species currently in bloom. So this is the Tetraspis. I think she's the only one which still's got some mealies. So I just noticed them just the other day, so I had to spray her with pesticide. But still, she's doing her thing, looking better. Clean leaves, latest ones at least. Branching out old spikes. Yeah, that's what she does. She's fragrant and yeah. Back there, to the back row, are my tiniest ones. Don't need all that much light, so I put them back there, a little bit away from that strong LED tube. Yes. And this one you've seen a lot of times, Phalaenopsis speciosa times equestris. No, shall we say, unnamed hybrid as well, which really deserves a name, by my opinion. She always blooms. It's the best bloomer I've ever had, I think. Now she's going over a little bit, but she continuously extends the spikes anyway, as you can see. They're becoming longer and longer for each month. So she's very much worth having. As well as this one. Phalaenopsis multiflora odorion. Yeah, this scented beautiful model Phalaenopsis. Fragrant, beautifully fragrant as well. Yes. A little flower still there. This one. And a new spike. Phalaenopsis joy fairy tale pyloric opens up today. Yes, you can see. Interestingly fragrant. It's got a very different fragrance. Mickey Mock Joy Bear Queen 774. It's been blooming for a while, continuously, in succession. Phalaenopsis Marii Dark. Never seen his flowers, as it's her first time blooming or in bud. This is what a buds looks like. Taking several months for that spike to grow. And in addition, that one, her old spike, is branching. Yeah. Phalaenopsis ambuensis, a fragrant species. Out. Always takes a very long time as well to develop. Phalaenopsis lutemaniana species from Wickman. It's doing a thing very soon. A month ago I first spotted this spike. And not long ago I spotted this spike underneath here. You can see? Growing inwards into the stem of the plant. I need to dig this spike out, and then it stopped growing. It's a very crazy way of growing to harm itself. Phalaenopsis Sogo Vibian Sogo F858. Another new spike is coming. This one grows very fast. On the other hand, and the old spike was smashing, and the foliage as well. Yeah, variegated foliage. There's another named hybrid. Where's the name? Well, I guess I just wrote down the name in my folder, my notes on the drive, but never put a name down to a tag. So there's going to be a pop-up of her name, as she's got one. This lovely white, fragrant Phalaenopsis. 2 spikes. Thought this plant would die. You can see thrips, spider mites damage, blasted spikes in a past. This one grows multiple fans sideways, so it's a relatively interesting Phalaenopsis, if you ask me. Down here, my bulbos. Down here, my phalaenopsis, which aren't currently in spike or anything. Yes. This one, the Schilleriana, she's been growing twice the size. Yeah, she's doubled her size the last couple of months. I don't know what's gotten into her. It's just an amazing plant for the moment. So I'm happy with her progress as well. But there's something I'm not so very happy about or happy with, unfortunately. But there's need to be a little cloud to the sky sometimes. Otherwise it would be strange. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it, so I need to bring her out. I think I got her from... I'm not sure. I can give you a pop-up of that as well. But I think I had her for about 1 year. And ever since then, she's been growing a couple of new growth. Beautiful growth. And she even grew a second sheath, which weren't empty, like this one, yeah? And what did happen? I watered all of the plants in these stands at some point, relatively late in the evening, as it never really disturbed the plants or did any harm to the plants in the past, so I just figured why not be a little bit sloppy and just do it, yeah? As now is the time, when I got the time. I need to do it now, 11 o'clock in the evening, yeah? Got a little bit too much for this plant, obviously. So her beautiful large sheath, which she was producing buds in, the sheath turned all black. That normally means that the buds will become mushy and die, yeah? Or the other way around, die and become mushy, perhaps. Seen that before. And the growth started to rot to the base, as well as her second new growth started to rot. Started up there, here to the leaf, and made its way down the black rot. So I had to cut the new growth with buds and all off. Both of them I had to throw away. And I was considering to transition it into bark or such, or moss instead, but I changed my mind, as I know from experience that it won't help. It will be too much of a change. First of all, when she's rotting, as well as removed from a medium, and then in third step, she will even be transitioned into something else. That would be way too much for an orchid. So I got my grips together and decided to switch semi-hydroponic medium for her and put her back into her old container. You want to see an example of an orchid doing exactly the same thing as this one, yeah? And that one's also got the inheritage from Callia dowiana in her, yeah? Big time. So, I just want to show you guys what may happen. Yeah, you want to know how much this plant weighs. You can see. It's a very old purchase. Callia daenerys, but it is the variation Latulier. Produces beautiful flowers. She actually opened up her first time blooming flower, shall we say, on very Christmas Eve. So that was great. Such a beautiful plant, yeah. But she did start off by creating a blind sheath. See? Just like the Dowiana, fungus and stuff. But now everything's looking pretty. I had to cut off a couple of growth which were rotting. Black rot, yes. See? New root growth. Strong new growth coming. Another cut off one. Another new one is gonna come there. So this part is gonna be a little bit too small for her very soon. And this is only sun damage, yeah. So she can stand a bit relatively low lights and still grow very well. But I didn't know that this plant would grow this large. But anyways, you can see what I wanted to show you is that she's recovering. very well, as you can see, after the black rot. I can remove the old part, but I haven't had the heart to do it. And still in her semi-hydro. So. Anyways, I think that would be all for now. I was thinking about showing you my kitchen area as well, but that would be a little bit too much. So let's close this video here, and I hope you enjoyed it. And next video is coming up. It's going to be my birthday haul. I was thinking about posting my birthday haul today, but that would be a little bit too soon. So I don't want to become before I'm becoming years old. Yeah. So birthday haul coming up next weekend, probably next weekend. So for now, it's this video. Well, thanks for watching. Talk soon, guys, and if you haven't already, please do subscribe. Would be appreciated on my behalf. Yeah. All right. Bye bye, guys. Take care. Talk soon.